Welcome everyone, it's Reekyracer here with another heavy load as you can see, and today we are going to be doing the front end of the big cat dump truck 578D. I think it's 93 tonne, so it should be a fun one to do. It's fairly wide, so we'll see how we go. So as per usual, we've got all the pay extra attention to the following, blah blah blah, how to change lanes, blah blah blah. We've been through that, so we'll head on out of here and I'll show you a bit of a look at this big beastie. That is just unbelievable. That's a monster. So I got all its tyres off, and so it's just the front end. But yeah, what a monster. Big beastie. Get into cab view, put our right hand mirror on, and we'll put our map on just so we know what we're doing. And yeah, as you can see, heavy haul truck chassis, 93 tonne. It is 40 foot, 14 foot and 10 foot, and we are actually taking this to I don't actually know where we're heading to. We're 6.5 hours away anyway, so I actually think if we go to the map we can see it just outside Ratton, so just up into BHP Billiton by the look of it. Anyway, we'll put the diff lock in and turn the handbrake off, put it into first, and off we go. Take this thing for a spin up to Ratton. Oh, now we're up to speed and we're on bitumen. We are able to actually take the diff lock off. But yeah, it is a wide rig, so we'll see how we go through here. This is going to be fun. Nice and narrow. Don't hit the fence. Take this nice and wide, and it looks like we've got to cut back on to this road here. And around, and nicely done. So yeah, she is a fairly decent load hanging out each side of that truck there at the moment, and it's really working this motor. So we'll see how we go. This cop car looks like he's actually pushing the traffic off the road because we don't want another Mustang under another one of my loads. Get out of my way, buddy. Alright, so we've got a right turn, then a left turn, then a right turn. Great. This is going to be good fun. Well, it is nice and wide. Oh, it only just gets under those power lines there. And as we are so wide, I will sort of stay to the left a little. And then we're going to get around here. And got around, no worries at all. It was just lucky there was no one in that turning lane. But it looks like we're going to have to take up, I know we're going right, so, but yeah, it does look like we're going to have to take up more than one lane with this thing. As you can see, the overhang on it, it's actually slightly wider than the lines, but that will be okay because we can try and stick to the right hand side because we do have double yellow lines. We won't be able to go over that, so we'll have to really sort of concentrate and keep it over to this side, to this right hand side. But as far as I know, this is the heaviest load with the special transport at 93 tonne. Oh, it's a bit wobbly through there. Our trailer stability is not so great at 40 kilometre or 40 mile an hour, and I might just set the speed up at 37. We'll see how we go. It reckons it's going to take 5.5 hours this journey from now. We'll see how that goes. But if you are new to the channel, while there's just a bit of a lull in just driving along here, make sure you do hit the subscribe button for us, and if you do like the videos, I'll keep the series going for a little bit longer. Make sure you hit that like button as well for me. Looks like the traffic's able to get past me with relative ease. Builds up some speed. It's back up to 39. Should actually change it so that it stays at 39. Yeah, that trailer's got a bit of a speed wobble going on with it. Hopefully we don't get the brake check police car like we did on the last load. He was hopeless, that driver. We got drivers out in New Mexico, so hopefully they're a little bit better. It looks like we're coming down the hill here. We're only a mile over, so it shouldn't be too bad. No, we're going to stay behind him nicely by the look of that. So if you have been watching the series, you will know that this is actually the 4th load that I've been doing. First load I started on was the tub for the dump truck, for this dump truck. There is also tyres for this dump truck as well. That is another load, special transport load. Wow, it's bogging down now coming up this hill. She's really struggling to get up. Wow, hopefully there's not too many more big hills like that. But yeah, as I was saying, there is the tyres for this, the tub for this, and the body. So also there is a air tank reservoir that I also did. What else did I do? I haven't done the heavy construction. It looks like some sort of desalination plant or pipe work or something like that. Oh, that's right, I did the heavy tech parts, the big red box. That was the Mustang crushing episode. Looks like we're doing alright through here though so far, and looks like even that truck got past us relatively easy with just keeping our right hand wheels just on those lines. That seems to be enough room for them to get past. No problems at all. So as you can see, we're running about 2.4 kilometers per litre of diesel at the moment. So not too bad, even though it is a 93 odd tonne load. We're doing alright. We'll just try and keep over on that line there so this truck can come up beside it. It's either a Peterbilt or a Kenworth, I think. Try and give him a bit more room. He seems to be startled, so I don't know what's going on there. Not sure. Maybe I moved out a little bit too far for him and he didn't like it. Or he's struggling. Although I'm only doing 40 mile an hour, he should be doing at least 55. I think it's 65 actually through here for New Mexico for trucks. Just have to watch out for this guardrail on this right hand side here. Although it doesn't look like it's jutting out all that far, so we should be right. Yep. I just want to leave plenty of room for those guys down that left if they want to come through. Wow, that's going to be close to touching there. How tall is this thing? 14 foot. That's fairly tall. What's that, about 4.2 meters? If I'm not mistaken. which would be the maximum height, well, unless you do go overload like this for Australian trucks, as far as I know. It gets a bit wobbly around those corners, but I suppose a 93 tonne you'd be a bit wobbly too. Although the truck pulls it really nice, I can't notice too much problem with it. You can tell it's working. All the gauges are around to the warm side of things, but other than that it's running really nice. Now that we're coming down a straight stretch here, I might try and put it into third person just to give you a bit of a view of it. Although it does look like we're coming down a bit of a hill and an overpass, so I'll wait till we get around the corner a little. There you go, that's the overhead from behind. Oh, slowing down. Oh, change lane manoeuvre. Okay, sorry about that. We're going right to the outside lane here because it's turning into a 3-lane highway. Because once I've got over, I will actually go back into the full view so you can see it. It is a monster load. Oh, don't go too far over there, Reeky. You go over the edge of the bridge. There is a lot of axles there, so you got, what do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 axles. There's 36 tyres just on that one trailer. I'd hate to be paying the tyre bill on that thing. But as you can see, it's all double articulated. It is not actually that hard to manoeuvre. You can keep it in a straight line pretty easily as well, but yeah, you can see there it's rocking around a little bit. And I haven't played with anything in regard to trailer stability and such. I think it's all set as default. Go back inside again. Get it back up to speed. Up to 40 mile an hour again. There we go. Oh, we've got an old mate coming across. That's going to be very interesting because he looks like he's actually slower than us. Buddy, I don't know whether you want to be there, really. I think you need to speed up just so that you get past us. Just not the best place to be. And it looks as though I am turning here as well. Oh, okay, bang. Truck, smashed old truckie. Sorry, buddy. Told you it was a bad idea being near me. Took out a Mustang the other day and now I've taken out a semi-trailer. Anyway, that's life. We move on. Get a little bit of a deduction there, which would be probably the first one I've had. Every other trailer I haven't actually cost myself anything. I only just squeezed through there too. Try and keep that running nicely around this corner. Bring it up a little higher on the corner just so the back's not dangling down too far, because as it is I think it's right on that yellow line almost with the extended rear end there. Take it out a bit wider just so I don't hit that wall, and we're going to do a change of lane manoeuvre again. And he's going to brake check me, so... Okay, so the back vehicle has gotten in there and the front vehicle's moved over for me. And we're off again. As you can see, my other guys, my pilot vehicles are there helping out with the traffic. Whoa, that's a low bridge as well. Although it is good that they had the forethought to put that in so that they were raised for these paths. I'm sure there's a lot of areas on this map that you can't actually take a very tall load like this, but looks like we may be doing a change of lane maneuver. No, not sure. No, I think we're going straight ahead here. Oh, looks like I'm speeding, so we'll bring it back a little bit. And there we go. 91.7 FM, KFCG. KFCG. KFC's Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I don't know what the G stands for. So we're going straight ahead again here. And it looks like we're about 3 hours and 18 minutes out, 188 miles. It says we'll get there at about 6:40 p.m. game time. It is now 3:24 p.m. game time. I've used about an eighth of a tank. And in this thing, I think it is a 300-gallon tank. So I'm not sure whether it actually shows me. No, it doesn't actually show how much we've used. Realistically, I suppose you could work it all out. But I'm not that smart, so we'll leave that alone. I would say we'll end up using a quarter of a tank, and you're looking, if you work it out in literage, I think it's about 1,200 litres, so we'll have used 400 litres, 300 litres, something like that. Gallons, you probably used about 80 gallons, 75, 80 gallons in one run. Looks like it's struggling to get up this hill, back to 22 mile an hour. Try and get back over to that right, because that truck looks like he wants to come past now. And he's just bobtailing, so he'll get past us, no worries at all. Give him all the room in the world for him to get past me. I have never actually been through here, so not sure what to expect. There's a train station there. Ooh. Come to a stop because the police car brake checked me because everyone's decided that they want to be scared of the police car in the middle of the road. Wow, that was close. Very close. Almost running straight up his back end. I don't know what would happen if you actually do run into the police car. That's very interesting. You may fail. Not sure. It's very handy when they do that though. The old brake check in front of you. So this guy's learnt off the other guys that were doing the other load the other night. decided, oh no, that'll be fun. Let's just stop in front of him. See what he does with the 93 tonne load. How quick he can pull up. And I'm actually amazed it pulled up that quick. Alright, we'll get the cruise control going again. Get out a little bit wider here because of that little extension on that wall. They'll jump out and bite you. It's about 2 hours and 40 minutes, 7:15 or 7:20 now, so we are actually getting later. We're not making up time at all, which hey, it's fine. It's the one and only job we're doing for the day. Surprisingly a fairly long job, so you know, at the end of the day it was almost a 7-hour job, and it will be worth $30,000, which you can't really complain about that. Come on, Mr. State Police car. Make sure I'm over onto that right shoulder. Not on the lines though, making noises. I hate all those noises. Try and keep off that. Otherwise it just jars you and judders. Carries on. And the brakes aren't really pulling it up, so I'll throw a bit of trailer brake in there. Throw cruise control back on. I think we might be hitting a little bit of trailer brake and a bit of the exhaust brake down this. Oh no, it goes back up. It should not be. Oh well, here we go, up a hill. This will test it out. There's 25. $19, $18, $17. That was a decent hill to go up. So gave it a good old workout coming up that hill. And I think old Bud on the left hand side got a bit shaken and couldn't handle it, so he's backed right off. He would have got spooked by these guys anyway. Probably a good thing that he hung back. Get over just so we don't tap that Dodge Ram. Just under 2, just gone 2 hours now left. It says 7:53 p.m. for the ETA. We will see. I would say that will probably blow out another hour yet, or even another half an hour out to 8:30 p.m. Their times seem to be a little bit out on this compared to your normal cargo that you do, but then again, you just don't know what their timing is set to either, because you're only doing the 40 mile an hour. You're only going half the speed that you would normally be doing, especially out in New Mexico where you can do 65 mile an hour in the truck. And got another big hill here. It's not too bad though, it is holding above 25. I don't think it'll drop too much more. We're just about at the crest. Oh, we hit the rumble strips. And I also did work out in one of my earlier videos, I was getting funny shadows under my trailers, and it was because of a mod that I had, which was Real Company box trailers was the actual mod. So I've turned that off now, and you don't seem to see any of the black shadow. It was a really strange square black shadow. It just didn't quite look right. It was too dark. Even when you came up behind them with the headlights on, you could still see a big black box on the road cover and over the road textures. So I got rid of it, and it looks a lot better. Which is a pity, because I did like having the Real Company logos on the box trailers, but it may just need an update to bring it into the newer version, then it should be right again, because I don't ever recall that happening originally. Just not sure what happened, but from what I can see, I haven't seen any box trailers that have got the weird shadow under them, and it wasn't all the box trailers either, it was only certain ones. Just not sure what companies they were. I didn't actually get a chance to write the names down. Oh, overspeed here. We'll try and bring it back down. And the exhaust brake is not bringing it down at all, so we'll just apply a little bit of trailer brake just to bring that back down. There we go. So I do actually have the trailer brake set up as an independent brake, and as you can see on the right hand side of the steering wheel, there is the trailer brake that moves there. That way you don't actually use any of your prime mover brakes, it's more the trailer slowing down. More of an independent brake at the back with the load. Makes life a lot easier, because your exhaust brake won't always slow you down, especially on a 90-ton load like this, 90+ ton load. Your exhaust brake just does not have the guts to slow you down. And your pedal brake, your foot brake itself, is very touchy. You can actually adjust that up. I've adjusted mine right out so it acts like a normal car brake. But I do have pedals and a steering wheel, so it feels like a normal vehicle when you hit the brakes and apply the brakes. Whereas I know if you're playing on a controller or even keyboard and mouse, once you hit that button it just applies the brake. There's not much you can do. We're under an hour to go. Not all that far left. That looks like that's the Farmington exit to the right there. So it has actually been a really good trip. Not too much traffic. I did have that one accident with old Bud. Not sure F8, F7. Yeah, 2% damage on the trailer, so that's going to be interesting. To see whether we only just get a very good, I don't think we'll get an excellent off 2% damage. 1%, I think you can get away with it. 2%, you're just not going to. They'll deduct a little bit of money out of it, which is fine. It was old Bud's fault. He shouldn't have been in my way. I told him it was a bad idea, but he didn't listen. And that's what happens. Alright, looks like we've got to turn off up here. and then skip across onto a normal road. We'll get right over to the right hand side just with those left hand guardrail there. We don't want to get involved there. Same here, we'll stick right out onto this shoulder. I'd rather take out signs than a set of barriers. Now here's a little bit tricky. You sort of got to jump into the middle, so you're overhanging both lines. And coming into Ratton, which I don't ever recall coming to, but you just never know. Just be careful here not to clip that guardrail, because it's going to be very difficult to see there, so I'll just try and use that left mirror more. Stay away from the guardrail, and this corner should be alright. Over a train line, so we'll get a little bit wider. Looks like we just got to go up to the next site where this big mine is. It's a decent sized mining facility. What are you doing, buddy? You keep brake checking. It is between the cargo vehicle, the escort vehicles, you dingus. Yeah, now you get off the road so I can actually drive my truck, okay? I know what I'm doing. Alright, looks like we've got to go out the back of this site somewhere. Out and around. So we'll have a bit of a look around here. Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Alright, we'll get it around there. No, we won't. Are you joking me? What are we stuck on? Oh, it's okay. Pulled it around too tight, so that's alright. Oh, now we've hit the escort vehicle. Get that around, cheating a little bit being in third person there, but that's alright. And then swing it back around this way. There we go. And you want me to put it into there? Okay. Alright. Huh? What's wrong with this picture? It's too long. Well, I'm not going to worry about it, but there you go. And there is the load delivered. So we didn't actually get a negative on that, which is great. But there you go. Thank you all so much for joining me once again. Another great load delivered. And until next time, we will talk to you later. Bye.